Have you ever wondered what a traditional market in rural Vietnam looks like? What do people sell here? How much does everything cost? Hello, my name is Ty. I'm 31 years old, a local Vietnamese. Today, I will take you through a countryside market, a place where daily life still moves with a very old rhythm. At the entrance of the market, people can leave their motorbikes here before walking inside. The deeper we go, the more alive everything becomes. Small stalls line the narrow paths, voices rise from every direction, and the quiet countryside suddenly turns into a moving, colorful stream of people and goods. These stalls sell handmade items crafted from bamboo. Most of them are everyday tools used in rural life. Brooms for sweeping the house, woven baskets for carrying goods, and simple fishing tools once used along rivers and ponds. They may look ordinary, but each piece carries the patience of human hands. Over here, I can see traditional Vietnamese conical hats, along with hand-woven sleeping mats. They are made from palm leaves, bamboo, and other natural materials. Everything is crafted by hand, carrying a quiet beauty that feels simple, humble, and deeply connected to village life. Unlike markets in big cities, the walkways here are much smaller. But in that narrow space, I can feel something peaceful and lively at the same time. Every stall, every product, every voice adds another small color to the soul of this countryside market. Now we are at a stall selling young ducks and Muscovy ducklings. The sellers are sorting them carefully, separating males from females before selling them to customers. Here, a small duckling costs around $1 each, a tiny animal that may later become part of a family's livelihood. This stall sells freshwater animals like fish and loaches. They are still alive, moving gently in the containers, so the freshness is easy to see. Depending on what customers need, the seller can clean and prepare them right here. The price ranges from about $2 to $4 per kilogram. Here we can see many chickens and ducks kept in cages or placed right along the roadside. They come in different sizes, from small birds to full-grown ones, and all of them are still alive. In Vietnam, chicken and duck are common foods in daily meals, but they also appear at weddings, holidays, and family gatherings. The price is usually around $3 to $5 per kilogram. I can see a few cages holding small piglets. These are young pigs raised for breeding. The white ones are the more common type in Vietnam, while the black ones are a little different, closer to a wild or native breed, so their price is usually higher. A piglet like this costs around $40 to $60 each. Now we are at the pet stalls, where many different dogs and cats are being sold. Most of them are naturally bred by local families and brought here to find new owners. Some may be mixed with foreign breeds, but they are usually not purebred. In a place like this, pets are sold in the same open, everyday rhythm as everything else. They are truly adorable. I wonder, in your country, can people buy pets in traditional markets like this? Or is it something that only happens in pet shops and licensed stores? Seeing them here gives this market another unexpected layer of life. Fresh vegetables are something every market like this must have. Vietnam has a rich variety of farm produce, and much of it comes directly from local fields. The vegetables here are fresh, simple, and affordable. In many cases, the prices are better than what you would find in a supermarket. The vegetables are sorted and displayed right on the ground, often with nothing more than a simple plastic sheet underneath. There are no fancy shelves, no bright supermarket lights, only fresh produce, local hands, and a very direct connection between the farm and the meal. This market does not happen every day. It follows a local tradition and opens only 9 days each month. That is why, on market days, so many goods gather here at once. People come from different villages, bringing produce, animals, tools, food, and stories into one lively space. A large tray of 30 eggs costs around $3 to $4. For local families, this is a practical purchase. Simple, affordable, and useful for many meals. Eggs may look ordinary, but in a rural kitchen, they can become breakfast, soup, fried rice, or a quick dish after a long working day. The fresh meat stalls are some of the busiest places in the market. Cuts of pork and chicken are laid out openly, their colors bright under the morning light. Pale pink pork, firm chicken skin, and freshly prepared pieces waiting for customers. People stop, ask the price, choose carefully, and the rhythm of buying and selling never really slows down. This stall dries and roasts different kinds of seeds using traditional heat. The machine you see here is a hand-turned pressure roaster, often used to puff corn, rice, or roast hard seeds. Mixed grains and seeds are placed inside before the next step begins, a slow, manual process that depends on fire, timing, and experience. They place charcoal inside a small stove and light the fire. A small fan is used to push more air into the flames, helping the charcoal burn hotter. Standing here, you can clearly smell the smoke. Once everything is ready, the roasting chamber is hung above the fire and turned slowly, allowing the heat to cook the seeds inside. After the required time has passed, they lift the roasting chamber away from the fire and take out the finished batch. When the seeds are cooked just right, their warm aroma rises clearly into the air. They are fully roasted by the intense heat of charcoal, and then the workers begin another batch with practiced, careful movements. After the roasted seeds cool down, they are moved into this machine and ground into a fine powder. In Vietnam, this finished powder can be mixed into drinks, cooked into porridge for children, or used in cakes and other simple foods. What begins as raw seeds ends as something soft, fragrant, and useful in daily life. A fresh coconut costs about $1 each. After drinking the cool coconut water, the white flesh inside can still be used in Vietnamese cooking. It may be added to certain dishes, giving them a gentle sweetness and a rich, natural flavor. This is a type of small freshwater crab in Vietnam. I bought 200 grams for about $1.30, enough to cook a pot of soup for my family. I also bought a cleaned, ready-to-cook duck for $5. Small purchases like these are enough to build a warm meal at home. This is a local traditional healer. They are checking a customer's health using inherited methods passed down through generations. Beside them are herbal remedies made from plants, leaves, roots, and tubers. These are all considered traditional medicine. But for younger people like me, I still place more trust in hospitals, doctors, and modern medical care. This stall mainly sells small hair accessories for women. There are combs, hair ties, clips, pins, and simple decorative pieces that can be worn every day. Nothing here is expensive or luxurious, but these little items add color to ordinary life. A small way for women to care for themselves, even in a busy rural market. This stall sells simple household items made from bamboo, like chopsticks, toothpicks, and hand fans. They are light, cheap, and practical, the kind of objects that appear in almost every Vietnamese home. These small things may not stand out, but daily life quietly depends on them. This stall is filled with rough, practical tools for daily work. Hoes, shovels, charcoal stoves, knives, cutting boards, and other metal or wooden items. These are not decorative goods. They belong to kitchens, gardens, farms, and small family workshops. In a rural market, tools like these are part of survival. They help people cook, plant, repair, cut, carry, and keep their homes moving through another ordinary day. This small stall sells many kinds of sandals and slippers, with prices ranging from $1 to $5 a pair. They are simple, colorful, and made for everyday use. People can choose quickly, try them on right beside the stall, and walk away with something affordable and practical. Quails here cost about 60 cents each, while cleaned pigeons are around $3 per bird. The seller also offers separate parts like hearts, eggs, and kidneys. Everything is displayed simply, without much decoration, but it reflects the way rural markets work. Almost every part can be sold, cooked, and used in a family meal.
Bạn nấu sôi à? Miếng sôi đi, sôi cái máy. Đang bảo nó tự nấu sôi xin bác. Qua đây cứ mẹ có biết nấu sôi chẳng không? Cái máy nấu vang. Ai ăn mà nấu? Con là thích cái gì đấy.
Before leaving the market, I stop at a small dessert stall selling Vietnamese sweet soup. In front of me are different toppings: black beans, yellow mung beans, young green rice flakes, and handmade fillings prepared by the seller. I take a spoonful, and the sweetness comes gently, mixed with the soft texture of beans and the cool feeling of a simple countryside treat. It is not expensive, and it is not fancy. But after walking through this market, seeing animals, tools, vegetables, food, smoke, and people, this small bowl feels like a quiet ending. A rural market is more than a place to buy and sell. It is where the rhythm of local life gathers, even if only for a few days each month.